Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my Week 1 NFL predictions. And no, I have not forgotten about this channel. I've just been busy, filming a couple podcast episodes, the Big 3 breakdowns. A link will be in the description below if you want to go check out any of the videos on that other channel. But we're back on this channel, and we're ready to get the football season underway and film some predictions. So, a couple disclaimers as usual. If you disagree with anything, just please let me know. I want to hear your guys' opinions on everything and everything about everything. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video, and let's predict NFL Week 1. Alright, so the first game we're going to predict is Eagles versus Cowboys. By the way, if I sound a little raspy, it's because I'm sick right now. But it's going to be Eagles versus Cowboys Thursday Night Football. I'm going to take my Birds to win this 30-14, and the more you think about this one, the more you can think why. Just the Cowboys do not have the roster. I expect them to score a little bit of points, but not nearly as much as Philadelphia. Philadelphia has a great defense, the best defense in the league, the best roster in the league, and you would be crazy to pick anybody else besides Philadelphia. Philadelphia also has the offense to keep up with anybody. Now we got the Chargers versus the Chiefs in Brazil. Shockingly, I am picking the Chargers to win this. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be 24-21, but there's no home field advantage. We're not in Arrowhead. Justin Herbert will also go off this game. I'm expecting a lot from Marion Hampton. I'm expecting a lot from Ladd McConkey. I'm also really expecting stuff from Patrick Mahomes, but I just think the Chargers right now have the better offense. They have the better run game, the better receiving game right now since Rashee Rice is out, and for those reasons, the Chargers will win this game. I just hope the field is not like it was last year in Brazil. Alright, now we got the Dolphins versus the Colts. This game is going to be a freaking snoozer, but honestly, give me the Dolphins to win this game. If the Colts are as good as their fans are making it out to be on X, then go ahead and prove it. Win this game, and then I'll believe you guys. But I just think the Dolphins have the way better roster. They have more talent, especially on the weapon side with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and I do not think that the Colts quite have the secondary to keep up with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and occasionally Devon Achane, but I am also expecting Tua to make a couple dumb decisions now here and there, but Daniel Jones would make even more dumb decisions. The Dolphins are winning this 18 to I think 7 maybe in a low-scoring matchup. Now we got the Jets versus the Steelers. I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers to win this 23-15, I think. It is a reasonable score. I don't know. I don't really trust Justin Fields. Again, both have great defenses. That's why it's going to be a low-scoring game. But I just trust Aaron Rodgers a little bit more in this circumstance than I trust Justin Fields. And listen, not both offenses are going to struggle. I will say that. But it's really going to come down to the run game. And I think right now Breece Hall is the better running back in general, but Steelers have the better, backfield on their team. So I'm going to pick the Steelers to win this, but this is going to be a snoozer too. Now we got the Jaguars at the Panthers, and this one can really go either way. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Jaguars in a close one, 23-20. But, my reasoning for it, it's really going to come down to defense. Because I think both of these teams have great offenses. It just is really going to come down to defense. And I do think I'm giving the slight edge to Jacksonville on this one. Because, Carolina's defense last season was one of the worst, if not the worst, in the league. I do expect a lot of good things from Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence, but I do expect also there to be a lot of turnovers this game. But it comes down, as I said, to the defense, and Jacksonville has the better one slightly, so that's why I'm picking Jacksonville. Now we got the Cardinals versus the Saints, and oh brother, this game stinks. Cardinals should absolutely blow out the Saints 31-10, and that's not being over-exaggerating at all. The Saints are gonna be awful this year. I don't think there's any need to spend more time on this game. Cardinals are going to win. They have the better team, and just they're better coached. Alright, now we got the Commanders versus the Giants. Now this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think, but I am going to go ahead and take the Commanders to win this in a closer than expected 27-20 ball game. I just think the Giants right now are super underrated, and the Eagles fan in me absolutely hates to say that, but I just think the Giants are way better than a lot of people are saying. Like, that defensive line is going to be absolutely nasty. It's going to be so disruptive, but I just don't think it's good enough to keep up with that electric Washington offense, and for those reasons I'm picking Washington. Alright, and now we got the Buccaneers versus the Falcons, and this should be a pretty good game. But I am going to go ahead and take the Buccaneers to win this matchup 30-21. I think the Buccaneers are going to drop 30 on the Falcons. And listen, I mean, I'm not saying this as if I think the Falcons have a bad defense, because I think they could have a good defense, but it's going to take a couple weeks for them to develop. It's going to take a couple weeks for Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. to reach their full potential. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers offense is one of the most electric in the league. I know they're missing Tristan Wirfs, but they still got a solid running back room, one of, if not the best whole wide receiver rooms, not just counting 1 and 2 in the league, and a quarterback that is going to say, oh, screw it, he's down there somewhere, and he's going to throw the ball. He's going to take risks. He's going to throw a couple picks. So same with Michael Penix. I just trust Baker Mayfield more in this situation, and I'm picking the Buccaneers. Alright, and now we got the Bengals versus the Browns. The Bengals should destroy the Browns 36-13, and we all know that the Browns have no offense and the Bengals have no defense. So those two cancel out. It's going to come down to if the Bengals can realistically do what they did last year offensively and do it against the Browns here. And right now, the Browns defense right now is it's really good. It's the only thing that's kept him alive in these games since last year. But I just don't think it's going to be enough to stop this electric Bengals passing game especially, and run game. Chase Brown could have sneaky value in this game, so give me the Bengals. Alright, now we got the Patriots versus the Raiders. Ooh, this could be a sneaky great game. Shockingly, I'm going to pick the Raiders to win this game 21-17. Now, listen, if you want to pick the Patriots, I'm cool with that. Go right ahead. Everyone knows I'm a Patriots believer. This doesn't mean I think the Patriots are going to be bad, because everyone knows I have them making the playoffs. But I just think the Raiders are, like Mike Vrabel, unfortunately, is going to be outcoached this game by Pete Carroll. Geno Smith, again, is going to be, oh, screw it, he's down there somewhere. And he's going to find Brock Bowers a lot of times, whether you want to like it or not. Obviously, Drake May is going to sling it. He's going to take a lot of risks. Stephon Diggs is going to be open a lot of times. I don't really have that much confidence in the Raiders' defense, but I don't have that much confidence in the Patriots offensive line either. But I think the key component, the deciding factor in this game is rather Ashton Jeanty can do what he did in college this game. And if he can, then the Raiders should have no problem winning this game. Give me the Raiders. Alright, and now we got the Seahawks versus the 49ers. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win this game in a close one. I think it's going to be 27-23. And you look at the 49ers defense. They lost a lot. You know, most of them were to, like, you know, horse teams like the Colts and the Broncos. But you look at the Seahawks offense, and from Seahawks fans' perspective, it's only gotten better. You know, Sam Darnold, the addition of Cooper Kupp, and I just don't think with all of the secondary pieces that 49ers have lost, I don't think it's going to be enough to keep up with JSN and Cooper Kupp. And listen, their run defense is going to be good. I do expect the 49ers to shut down Kenneth Walker, but the pass game is just going to be too much. JSN and Cooper Kupp will absolutely torch and carry the Seahawks to a win. Now we got the Titans versus the Broncos. I'm going to go ahead and take the Broncos to win this game 28-13. The Broncos are coming this year, man. Like, they are going to be insane. Not that the Titans offense won't be functionable, but I just think the Broncos right now have too good of a defense to get torched by a rookie quarterback. And they have the offense. The offense is a little shaky with the Broncos, but it still should be enough. Bo Nix is going to have all day to throw with the terrible pass rush by the Titans and the best pass blocking offensive line in the league. So give me the Broncos to win pretty handily over the Titans. Alright, we're getting spicy now. Next up, we got the Lions versus the Packers. Shockingly, I'm picking the Packers to win this game. I don't think the Lions are going to be bad, but I just do not think they're going to be what they were last year. I know they have a better roster overall than the Packers, but the Packers, I feel like, will outcoach them, and I feel like Jared Goff is going to be on a lot of pressure with a, certain someone, being added to the Packers pass rushing. The Packers have too good of a defense, or at least of a front seven, to let them lose this game, and if their weapons can perform like they're supposed to be, and if Josh Jacobs goes off, Jordan Love doesn't make any stupid decisions, then the Packers should win this game. I'm predicting it to be a pretty close 31-28 ball game. Alrighty, next up we got the Texans versus the Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams to win this one pretty handily, 38-19. Listen, I don't think the Texans are going to be bad this year. I mean, please go find a clip of me saying that they're going to be bad, because it doesn't exist. But I'm just saying, the Texans have a elite offense, at least weapons and running backs and quarterback wise, but I just can't get myself to get excited about this team when this offensive line is just a bunch of traffic cones. And you look at this certain pass rush, the Rams, Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, Byron Young. The list goes on and on and on. And if this pass rush is good enough to sack Jalen Hurts 9 times, then it will have no problem being able to sack CJ Stroud. So CJ Stroud's going to be under a bunch of pressure all night, and I don't think the Texans secondary is good enough to keep up with this elite Rams offense. So I'm going to pick the Rams to win this game. Alrighty, and now we got the Ravens versus the Bills. This is probably going to be the most controversial prediction of them all. I am going to go ahead and pick the Buffalo Bills to win this game in a pretty good game. It's going to be 27-24. Listen, you look at the Ravens roster, it's one of the best in the league. I'm not going to deny that at all. But the Bills are at home in Bills Mafia in the freezing freaking cold. There's just no way that Josh Allen is going to let the Bills lose this game. We already saw what happened in the divisional round last year. I know they're not the same teams, but I just think the Bills are going to play as more of a team this game, and for those reasons, I am picking the Buffalo Bills. The Bills Mafia is going to go crazy, and none of these, Josh Allen, the Mafia, Sean McDermott, will not allow the Bills to lose this game. And finally, we got Monday Night Football, which is the Vikings versus the Bears. I'm going to pick the Vikings to win this 20-17. It's going to be a great game, and you cannot sit here and tell me that you do not think the Bears' offense will be good this year, because it is going to be really good. They finally got rid of that bum Matt Eberflus. Caleb Williams, I expect to take a big step up from what he did last year, but the Vikings team is just overall better. Better offensive line, better weapons, better overall defense, I would say. It just solely depends on if J.J. McCarthy is going to be good. And I just think KOC is too good of a coach. He's going to outcoach Ben Johnson. I know that sounds crazy, but KOC knows what needs to be done to win this game, and he will not let the Vikings lose this game. And that is going to do it for my Week 1 NFL predictions. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as I said, go check out my new podcast. There will be episodes dropped weekly, so if you want even more content than this, then you can go ahead and check that out. Me and my good friend Nico Mateo do it weekly, as I said. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload. Peace.